Hi everyone, sorry I'm unable to join you in person for the NLT meetings as I fly out to India on the 22nd of November. We have a committed state ministry team that endeavours to meet at least 3 times per year and communicate regularly by email and phone as well. We very much appreciate Rachel McNulty continuing to be our state rep to the NLT. Graham Hill has recently resigned from his role as State Director of Baptist Mission Australia and subsequently from his membership of OSMT. But I'm delighted to welcome Dushan Jablan as our new team member. Dushan works with Interserve and has a long background in mission work. He has a strong passion for helping local churches connect with the diaspora in their local communities. In August, we ran a successful morning coffee event with Pastor Victor Owa, who is the Director of Ministries for Baptist Churches in Western Australia, on the topic of multicultural or multi-ethnic churches. And we had about 30 people in attendance. It's a topic that I think is very contemporary, and whatever we do to assist churches and agencies to work in this space must surely be profitable for the kingdom. This was also a good follow-on from our March event with a similar topic that we ran with Interserve. And you can see Pastor Victor here sharing about multicultural or multi-ethnic churches. Again, on the same theme, I was invited to attend a multi-ethnic church network leaders breakfast meeting in September. It was encouraging to hear some examples of what local churches are doing in this sphere and to meet some of the pastors and leaders with a passion to help churches engage with people of various ethnicities and cultures. I participated in the World Prayer Assembly, a major event in Perth from the 3rd to the 6th of October, which drew delegates from across Australia and Oceania, as well as some other nations. They say that 40 nations were represented. The event was held at the Perth Convention and Exhibition Centre, and there were about 3,500 seats set out in the main auditorium, and for many of the sessions, the majority of seats were filled. It was a wonderful networking opportunity. You can see here some of the photos from the World Prayer Assembly. And as I say, it was a wonderful networking opportunity, and also co-presented a breakout session on the persecuted church, where we did a lot of prayer in that area, and we had around 100 people participate in that. Also participated in the breakout group for praying for the Muslim world. There were some God moments that were really inspiring, especially seeing so many young people out the front saying they are prepared to lay down their lives for the cause of Christ. I'm not sure how many of them really knew what that might mean, but it was moving nonetheless. And I joined a good number of senior saints praying for those young people. In the months of the lead up to the event, there were several concerts of prayer at various local churches across the city and the metro, and they were very much interdenominational in their favour. As missions convener for the Perth Keswick Convention, I was once again very actively involved in running the Spring Family Convention in October, which was well attended for most sessions. Guest speaker Mike Rater gave an excellent series of 7 messages from 2 Corinthians, and there was a lot of good feedback. We had 16 mission agencies and or parachurch agencies put in displays, and I was able to conduct 6 on-platform interviews, the first being with Mike Rater. The others were focused on a mix of overseas cross-cultural ministry and on local mission. It was hard to find sufficient missionaries either on furlough or preparing to go to the field for the first time. I also put together the convention booklet, including advertising for a good number of mission organisations, and compiled a combined rolling PowerPoint presentation for those organisations. The Sunday afternoon missions offering came to a total of $3,864, which will be distributed to West Aussie cross-cultural workers. I've continued to enjoy catching up with some pastors and mission leaders over coffee, in which we learn from each other and look at ways to increase the passion for missions across the churches. I also preach regularly in a wide range of churches. Our member care network, headed up by Margaret Thatcher from Wycliffe, endeavours to run a transition gathering about 3 times a year. And it's for missionaries in transit, for whatever reason, whether they're going to the field, coming back from the field, or don't even know whether they're coming or going. For those who attend, it's always a profitable time, and there's no cost to them. One of the biggest challenges, however, is for the team to know who such people are at any given time and getting the word out to them. And this is where CEOs and member care people from the agencies could really help to identify those people that might benefit from attending a transition gathering. Not all people in this kind of situation are able to travel over East to participate in the more comprehensive transition training program, but at least transition gatherings can be some help. I continue to be part of the leadership team for Prayer for the Nations, which has now been going for about 3 years. We've been meeting via Zoom on the second and fourth Monday evening of each month, February through November. We've been inspired by presentations from a good variety of mission agencies and prayed together in breakout sessions. Numbers have been fluctuating from as low as 8 participants to around 24. At a team planning meeting last week, we decided to cut back to just meeting on the second Monday of each month, beginning in February 2024, and then reassessing in June. We would love more mission agencies to let their constituencies know about Prayer for the Nations, especially when it's their agency's turn to have one or more of their missionaries presenting their story. We endeavour to hold a state conference every 2 years, which we call Imaginations, with a capital N, as you notice, for nations. The last one was in August 2022. So we're now starting to plan Imaginations 2024 in September. We have yet to determine the overall theme and the guest speaker, but it will be at Morling College Perth campus and will include several topical workshops. And lastly, I'd like to say a big thank you to Natalia and members of the National Leadership Team for your ongoing support and prayers. It's a joy to also regularly interact with our Missions Interlink team members across Australia and to pray together. So thanks for the opportunity to bring you up to speed with what's happening in Western Australia, and I wish you all a blessed and profitable time together. Thanks and bless you.